streaming on YouTube as well. YouTube is live, great. Sahi hai. So yeah, as a result, my this thing took a backseat. Live streaming took a backseat. As you can see, YouTube पे भी थोड़ा सा कम activity था during this time. But yes, now I'm back. 2023 is going to be our year, and उसी के साथ we are here to start things off on the right note. So yeah, very happy 2023 to all of y'all. I hope आपके पहले 5 दिन तो बहुत ही अच्छे गए होंगे, and I hope the rest of the year goes amazing as well. So I'll just share my screen in a second. Okay, live stream का मेरे को email भी आ गया. That's good. YouTube is properly live, looks like. Long term investment के लिए कौन सा stock अच्छा है अभी? See, long term investment के लिए अभी is, I feel, a bit of a contradictory statement. Reason being कि अगर कोई long term के लिए pick ले रहा है, where long term is 20 years, 30 years, तो अभी कहाँ पे है और बाद में कहाँ पे रहेगा, that does not have much of a bearing. But typically what I look for in a long term pick is कि कितने टाइम से वो चलता आ रहा है, because of course there are two approaches. आप either ऐसे companies को ले सकते हो where relatively unproven, or you just look at the fundamentals, आपके हिसाब से value अच्छा है, or you look for companies that have already established themselves, whether they're large caps like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Reliance and all, or whether they are lesser known companies, Asian Paints or sub. So yeah, otherwise as of now no particular recommendation. So अगर ऐसा कोई recommendation होगा, I will be sure to let you guys know. But आप लोगों को पता है generally most of what I share here is related to swing positional trading. Can I give some HDFC Bank insights? Prakash, I can give you technical views on HDFC Bank, but fundamentally मैंने खुद उतनी study नहीं की है HDFC Bank की. So since I have myself not studied that much about HDFC Bank, I don't think I can give you a reasonable insight fundamentally. Technically, sure, we'll take a look. पहले तो आज देखते हैं कि expiry के हिसाब से what is happening, because यहाँ पर हम लोग already देख रहे हैं कि 18,000 को retest किया है. Now right now we are below 18,000. So the last time we met, जब हम लोग पिछली बार मिले थे, we were somewhere around here, right? यहाँ पर थे. और आप लोगों को याद है मैंने तब बोला था that okay, a bit of a retracement has happened, but my view is still कि शायद 18,120 के आसपास हम लोग retest करेंगे, and maybe from there we might continue the journey up. But वैसा नहीं हुआ. What instead happened is that we fell further. We actually ended up retesting 17,800 as a level, which was marked here earlier also. वहां से ऊपर गए, फिर से 18,120 पे हम लोग ने थोड़ा सा congestion hit किया. ये congestion क्या हमें दिखा रहा है? That basically this support that was there turned into somewhat of a resistance, and now we are turning back, and we can see short term में 18,200 as a sort of peak was achieved. So अभी हम लोग देखते हैं whether this region is actually held. आप देख सकते हो, this is a support according to me. So weekly chart पे क्या होता है, let's see. Obviously Friday अभी बाकी है, today is just a Thursday. So कल whether it's able to close above 18,000 or not, whether it's able to go above 18,120 or not will be important to see according to me. YouTube is live. Yes, YouTube is live. I hope YouTube is audible as well. Comments तो कोई ऐसे नहीं है where it's not audible, so I hope it's working fine. But yeah, that is what my view on Nifty is. Intraday और सब की बात करेंगे. Again, let's ease into the market right now. फिर ही हमें पता चलेगा कि exactly क्या situation हो रही है, and then we can sort of gauge things. So on the daily chart again, we can see as such there is no threat. ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी market बस गिरेगा और सीधा 16,000 पे वापस आ जाएगा. Definitely not. But जो again, as the market moves in cycles, जो यहाँ पे जो euphoria था, जो लोग बात कर रहे थे कि वो हमारे chat में ही that will we hit 19,000 by 2022, and we did not, and we missed that mark by just a few hundred points. Few hundred भी नहीं, just 100 or 150 points. But that's how the market works. I mean, कभी कभी ऊपर जाएगा, कभी कभी उसके बाद डायरेक्ट नीचे आएगा. हमारा मेन एम क्या है कि ये पॉइंट में we are vigilant about booking profits and ये stages में we are looking at buying new shares. So that is more of a positional sort of understanding of the market for you, according to me. क्योंकि इंट्राडे और सब तो देख लेंगे हम, दैट इज फाइन. इंट्राडे में एवरी डे इज अ न्यू चैलेंज, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू सच मार्केट फेजेस हमें एक सॉर्ट ऑफ रेप्लिकेबल पैटर्न जैसा ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. आई थिंक इट वाज 18400 लास्ट टाइम. सो हाँ, 18400 का ये वाला जो लेवल था दैट यू नो वी वर डिस्कसिंग, आई थिंक वी हैड एक्चुअली रीटेस्टेड इट टिल हियर. So 18400, I think what you're saying is लगभग यहाँ पे, which is 14th December. So 14th December को price closed at 670, but I think वो 400 retest के बाद हम मिले थे, which is I think what you're referring to. Will IDFC be the next HDFC? From what I know little about fundamentals, मेरे को जितना दोनों companies के fundamentals में थोड़ा बहुत पता है, I don't think that they're very comparable, but because HDFC inherently has a much better sort of fundamental base, but I might be wrong because again fundamentals में उतने देखता नहीं हूँ. Reason being my general day-to-day trades don't really align with fundamentals. Day-to-day trade करने में क्या मतलब fundamentals का? Is there a particular reason why Nifty is falling, or is it just retracing? So see, it is just retracing. This is how it moves. अगर आप पहले भी देखते हो, ऊपर जाने के बाद sideways जाता ही है, थोड़ा सा गिरता ही है. That's just how it is. And see, in general, if you see that, I'm sure there are several justifications that people can give, whether it is foreign fund flows, whether it is New Year, whether it is budget, whether it is everything that's happening in the world right now. But ultimately, that does not become that relevant. Reason being कि हमें किससे मतलब है, what matters right now is where price is. Even if we say कि अच्छा foreign fund flows के वजह से price is down, what does that tell us? That tells us कि ठीक है, जब भी शायद foreign flows वापस आएंगे, और whether once the market conditions stabilize, we'll see a price rise. जब price rise होता है, when we have a set threshold, maybe we say कि 18200 के ऊपर जाता है, then we consider things to be fine. Then for us, that is the main reason. For us, there's no point in speculating कि अच्छा किसके वजह से ऊपर गया. इसके ऊपर गया means it is strong enough to go up. So I would always gravitate towards that explanation, क्योंकि जब भी हम लोग बात करते हैं justifying market moves की, that becomes firing shots in the dark, and market is too vast for that to actually happen. क्या है headlines? Yes, you can see the headlines that money control, क्या trading views sharing. We look at a few others as well, but bottom line being this is where the market is standing. और हम लोग देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे 18120 पे consistent resistance ले रहा है. Fourth को, that is yesterday, we did see some sort of support, but that also fell through. फिर हम लोग ने फिर से एक resistance देखा, और आज फिर से resistance देख रहे हैं. So right now the next level for Nifty in my view is probably likely to be somewhere around here. Reason being कि as you can clearly see यहाँ पे ये zone को उसने hold किया था, और फिर वहां से breakdown देके हम लोग नीचे आए हैं. So naturally around 18,040 or so, maybe once we accept 18,000 as a level, यहाँ पे second round of selling आ सकता है if the trend is likely to be bearish in the short term. अगर short term trend bearish नहीं होने वाला, then of course we will be able to break it. But let's keep that in mind. This is going to be the last full budget of this government, right? Next year, partial budget जैसा आ जाएगा. We have elections coming in mind. So with all of that in mind, you know, we have to consider कि ये टाइम के बजट में शायद कोई अच्छी चीजें भी आएगी, और अगर वो अच्छी चीजें आती है, that means that the market's initial reaction might be positive, or the days leading up to that might be positive. So उस हिसाब से we can sort of consider कि okay, maybe there's a bullish scope around here. And again, this is not predicting the market, neither it is trying to give reasons, but at least this helps us understand कि आने वाले समय में क्या हो सकता है. So this is Nifty. Bank Nifty देखते हैं what the situation is. And again, I know ये सिर्फ daily chart देखा है. We'll come to the other charts as well in some time. It's 15:11 right now. Bank Nifty में हम लोग देख सकते हैं हमारा ये जो level था fib extension का, ये वाला level काफी strong resistance रहा था, which is at 43,400. और ये मैंने पहले भी कहा है, you know, if you use fib extensions, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स द डील विद देम, मेरे को पता नहीं ऐसा इतना क्यों काम करते हैं, बट जनरली आई हैव सीन देम वर्किंग फेयरली वेल एज रेजिस्टेंस लेवल्स और एज सपोर्ट लेवल्स. सो आई वुड से कि ये फिब एक्सटेंशन चेक कर सकते हो. कौन सा फिब एक्सटेंशन है? यू कैन सी it connects this level and this level. And if you want to see how to make fib extensions, you go to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel में आप कोई भी recent वाला वीडियो ले लो. Maybe you choose to take this one which my father UR has done, and वहाँ पे you check the first link in the chat. First link in the chat say you will get the video on these fib extensions. I urge you to check that out. But yeah, this is what I have done for Bank Nifty. और हम देख सकते हैं 43,400 as a level, important resistance. Now क्या हो सकता है आगे चल के? Now I feel, मेरा व्यू ये है कि if on a closing basis, weekly close के हिसाब से ये जोन होल्ड करता है, then I feel there is a chance कि आने वाले वीक में we might retest this level. और अगर यहाँ से वो ये लेवल तोड़ता है, then I feel it might just have enough momentum to retest this zone. So yeah, that is the general market view. What are your thoughts on Mamaearth launching its IPO? So Vicky, I completely agree with the rest of the sentiments जो कहते हैं कि the valuations are ridiculous. Quite frankly, it's a little offensive. See, this is just one-sided. I have not seen her sort of justification for it, because मेरे को news में आया था कि that she's said कि यार ये सब rumors है, ऐसा कुछ mispricing नहीं हुआ है. But on the face of it, you know, if you're saying ki the companies that actually end up appearing on Shark Tank, or actually you end up investing, or you propose to invest in, you want very low valuation multiples, but तुम्हारी खुद की company को for an IPO you are putting it at such a high multiple, that is quite frankly looting the retail investor. And this is actually some time back a friend was asking me कि मेरा IPO का project है, so please help me, or like, can you just give me some idea? So I said, of course, ultimately क्या होता है that it's these larger investors, whether you talk about anchor investors like individuals, family offices, या फिर private equity companies, या फिर investment banks, or and what have you. Basically ये लोग क्या करते हैं, they know they've entered at a very low price, right? They know they've entered at a very low price. वो लोग को आईपीओ पे एग्जिट करना है, वो लोग को ऑलरेडी इतना प्रॉफिट मिल गया है. सो फॉर द इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर्स हु हैव मोर मनी देन दे नो व्हाट टू डू विथ, दे हैव ऑलरेडी मेड अ ग्रेट प्रॉफिट. हाँ, वो लोग ने रिस्क भी लिया है, सब माना, बट वो लोग का काम है रिस्क लेना. सो दैट्स, आई फील इट्स फाइन. वो लोग ने ऑलरेडी इतना प्रॉफिट कर लिया है. सो फॉर देम इट इज ऑलरेडी अ विनिंग गेम. फॉर अस, हम लोग यहाँ पे खरीद रहे हैं, वी आर बाइंग हियर. So what is otherwise an exit for institutions, many institutions, is an entry. So in a way, passing the parcel game होता है ना, pass and the parcel जो भी है, where एक parcel जैसा होता है, सभी लोगों के बीच में वो पास होता है, and the one who is left holding it when the music stops is the one who goes out. So I feel IPOs कुछ वैसे हो जाते हैं. And another example of that, or rather another analogy for that, is कि अगर आप used cars लेने वाले हो, and you've got two options. One is a car that is 5 years old and 40,000 kilometers run. The other car is one which is 15 years old and it has run 150,000 kilometers. Naturally, ये गाड़ी में रिस्क ज्यादा है क्योंकि गाड़ी पुरानी है. How do we know that? Because इसके किलोमीटर्स, इसका माइलेज ज्यादा है. Some other person has used it for 150 kilometers and then they are passing on all the maintenance and repairs to us. ठीक है, IPO में भी वैसा ही है, right? Private equity players who are largely exiting in these new age IPOs, venture capital firms who will typically exit right before, वो लोग ने ऑलरेडी 0 से लेके 1.5 लाख किलोमीटर मजे ले लिए हैं. सस्पेंशन की मार दी है, इंजन को डिस्ट्रॉय किया है, क्लच को रूइन कर दिया है, and then they sell it to retail investors who are left holding the bat. So yeah, it's not directly related to Nifty Banknifty, I know, but this is my view. ABB भेल स्टॉक रिव्यू, we'll talk about that. Can you give levels? Yes, we'll give levels. तो कोई लेवल्स तो निफ्टी के लेवल्स तो बात कर ली मैंने. बैंक निफ्टी के लेवल्स की बात कर लेते हैं. राइट नाउ फॉर बैंक निफ्टी द वन लेवल दैट स्टूड आउट टू मी राइट अवे इज दिस वन 42,900 के आसपास. ऑन द सपोर्ट्स फ्रंट आई मीन वी कैन सी कि काफी समय से वो नीचे नहीं आया है. राइट, काफी समय से वो नीचे नहीं आया. 23 और 26 दिसंबर को लास्ट टाइम इट हैड कम to a lower level. So on the hourly chart, we can see यहाँ पे one important zone that we marked is 900 ka zone, which is somewhere around here, and then another important zone becomes this one possibly, which is around 42,400, और उसके बाद एक यहाँ पे बन जाता है 42,200 के पास. So I feel tomorrow at least market is likely to move here. टॉकिंग अबाउट द नेक्स्ट वीक, सिंस हमारा अगला लाइव स्ट्रीम होगा ट्यूसडे को, ट्यूसडे की रेंज मेरे हिसाब से कुछ ये होगी, बिकॉज वी हैव टू गिव अ बिट ऑफ अ लार्जर रेंज फॉर ट्यूसडे. आई वुड से दिस इज लाइकली टू बी द रेंज वेर वी आर सेइंग maybe resistance once again from 43,400 and maybe a retest from 41,600, which seems to be obvious, but yeah, I feel this is likely to happen with important resistances and supports. I will show you where. एक यहाँ पे, एक लगभग यहाँ पे, then we've got a level here, we've got an important level somewhere around here, and then of course यहाँ पे थोड़ा आ जाता है. So these levels I feel are important. I hope that helps. Intraday में आप देख सकते हो those levels को. If you did not catch that, then replay is always going to be available. So आराम से replay देखो, जितनी बार देखना है उतनी बार देखो. Any chat on YouTube? No chat on YouTube. ABB and BHAL we'll talk about. First, let's take a look at the market as a whole. So NSE की website पे जाते हैं. Let's take a look what Nifty is doing. यहाँ पर हम लोग देख सकते हैं sector indices में. We can see that the leading sector for today is which one? 1.59 for FMCG, 1.58 for oil and gas, which means कि जो थोड़े से slow moving sectors typically गिने जाते हैं. Basically oil and gas का I don't know the beta for oil and gas, but typically considered low beta stocks जो है, low beta sectors जो है, they seem to be doing well. Understandable since the market as a whole is not very nice. यहाँ पर हम लोग देख सकते हैं VIX is actually down 1.84. It is just below 15 now. Again odd because prices otherwise have fallen. सिर्फ second half में हम लोग ने थोड़ी recovery देखी है, which possibly means कि people were expecting something like this to happen. कल थोड़ा सा tension high था. Nifty 50 की बात करें, best stock today is Hero Motors, NTPC, JSW Steel, ITC. So clearly FMCG का यहाँ पर हम लोग को दिख रहा है. Britannia is also here on this list. And losers में we can see Bajaj Finance Twins have taken an absolute beating. Down 7.5, down 5.2. I don't remember who, but someone was saying कि Bajaj Finance कैसा है as a stock, and I told them that listen, it's a very fast moving stock. जाता है ऊपर तब बहुत ही ऊपर जाता है, you will be very happy, but जब नीचे गिरेगा at that time you will cry. ऐसा ही हुआ है कुछ. ICICI Bank is also down, Infosys is also down. So let's take a look at some of the top stocks. So I'll go on the daily chart and we can look at Reliance. Reliance again, Reliance की एक आदत है कि when the rest of the market is down, by the way Nifty hit 18,000, when the rest of the market is down, Reliance will not generally be that negative. Reliance try करेगा market को hold on करने की. I don't know what's the correlation or what's the real reason behind this, but typically this is something that we have observed कि Reliance उतना नीचे नहीं जाएगा, but जब market ऊपर जाएगा, at that time Reliance will hold the market hostage by stuff like this. यहाँ पे Nifty was down, Reliance was doing fine. Obviously Reliance के ऊपर जाने से Nifty is also sort of in control, but that's how it goes. HDFC Bank back to 1600. यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं ये वाला जो लगभग लेवल बनेगा, that's going to be important, and we can see this is a bit of a flag pattern also, correct? So flag pattern के हिसाब से if 1650 is broken, then there is a chance of us seeing a 250 point move on the upside. So 1650 अगर टूटता है 250, which means basically 1900 तक जाने की संभावना है HDFC Bank में, if we see it breaking those higher levels. इफ नॉट देन नेचुरली नहीं जा पाएगा, अगर उतना दम नहीं है तो नहीं जा पाएगा, बट देर इज अ चांस। और क्या ट्रिगर हो सकता है? अर्निंग्स कैन बी अ ट्रिगर। सो हियर वी कैन सी अर्निंग्स आर देयर फॉर HDFC बैंक ऑन 13th January, उस हिसाब से हम चल सकते हैं। फॉर दिस वन, for Infosys, we have 12th January के earnings and we can see it's already sort of pricing those earnings in, possibly नीचे चल के, and maybe we see 1450 or so as a level. HDFC earnings are still far out, 30th Jan, and we can see a 2620 का जो zone है, ये 2600 से लेके 2620 का जो हम लोग ने zone बनाया था, वहां पे वो अटका है. Let's see if it's able to hold on to it. I also want to look at TCS, since TCS के result हैं अभी. Yes, we can see 9th Jan, Monday is the result for TCS. So next week, make sure that you have your eyes peeled out for TCS. और TCS हम लोग देख सकते हैं result के पहले ऊपर जा रहा है. TCS के result के time, make sure you have a good watch on Infosys and some of the other IT stocks as well. क्योंकि in terms of sentiments, in terms of what people are thinking about the IT sector as a whole, TCS might just be the first indication, और उससे हमें पता चलेगा. As of now, it looks good, it looks bullish, I would say, क्योंकि ये level वो तोड़ पाया है. And we can see it's a bit like this, right? ICICI Bank fallen very sharply as we saw, और इसके result में time है, so result probably not likely to be a very big trigger. SBI हम लोग देख सकते हैं, result still quite far out back, it's in Feb. कोटक बैंक का हम देख सकते हैं, sort of trying to find support around 1870, 1810 और so. देखते हैं कैसे चलता है. And finally Axis Bank देख लेते हैं, and we can see it's had a good run overall, but maybe it is losing some steam. So मेरे हिसाब से अगर 950 के ऊपर रह सकता है, then it should be fine. Back to Nifty, let's take a very quick look before the markets close. हम लोग यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं that it's approaching around 1817, 1820 और so, जहाँ से उसको 1840 तक का resistance दिखने मिल सकता है, like so. And yeah, in terms of supports, we're probably likely to see some zone around here. How about Nykaa stocks? Nykaa, not a company that I follow. What stocks should we keep an eye on for this year? So उस पे मैं video बनाऊंगा separate over the weekend or in the coming weeks, and I'll share my views on which stocks look good, which stocks might have some sort of importance in a way कि उन पर ध्यान रख सकते हैं. I forgot that my keyboard is not connected. Yeah, this is ABB. I'll bring in the moving averages here since it'll help us. और हम देख सकते हैं कि 200 MA से already bounce हो चुका है, which is a good sign, but 20 MA का resistance आ रहा है. So ideally I would have said कि somewhere around here 2800 के आसपास, here just below 2800, where price was around here 2690. So 2700 के आसपास would have been a nice level to buy. 3.5% already ऊपर है, probably not a very good sign. It's a good sign that it's up, but it's not a good sign in terms of risk reward in my view, especially since यहाँ पे 20 MA को cross नहीं कर पाया है. So अगर 20 MA को cross करता है, if it's able to hold above 2800, then I think ABB does have a short. So yeah, thanks for sharing that stock. यहाँ पे भेल डाल देते हैं. And yeah, BHAL is also similar, 50 MA bounce up. BHAL is looking good actually. BHAL is a stock that might actually fit my this thing also. So yeah, this also looks good. देखते हैं overall कैसे जाता है. I think it's at an important zone here also, क्योंकि ये जो काली line है ना, this is the 500 exponential moving average. और generally ये एक बहुत अच्छी long term moving average रही है मेरे हिसाब से. So if price is able to go above that, if it's able to hold above that, then I feel long term structurally speaking it'll be a good sign. क्योंकि ये वाला जो भी retest हुआ था ना, that happened after almost 20 years नहीं, after almost 10 years हम देख सकते हैं. This is the weekly chart. उसके पहले जब bull run में था, when BHAL went from 4.25 to around 315, which is I don't even know how many percent का return, तभी ऊपर था. So yeah, I think this also has a good shot, but again these are slightly longer term picks. Finolex cables देखते हैं. Finolex cables, I forget that my keyboard is not connected. Finolex cables, right? Just a minute. Let me zoom in. Yeah, 20 MA bounce looks fine on the weekly. Okay, 60 RSI के पास. This is on the 50. Not bad. Not bad. थोड़ा सा choppy है. I can see some general choppiness, but it has sort of switched to an uptrend. तो जो trend है वो already upside पे आया है. So it's probably okay. But यहाँ पे problem इससे आ रहा है ये level का. Since we can see it's like a double top that's being formed here. So that might be an issue. नायका स्टॉक का हम लोग टेक्निकल्स देख सकते हैं फिर भी. Yeah, it's taken an absolute beating. See these new age. I personally see this might be a very conservative view, especially since generally younger folks are not really associated with such conservatism. But when it comes to these startups who have had a very inorganic growth process, जहाँ पे वो लोग का burn बहुत high था, जहाँ पे their main aim was to get customers, where they trade based on LTVs, not based on profits and unit economics. तो इस केस में क्या होता है that the traditional market, which is more mature, right? Our Indian market is fairly mature. तो mature market के अंदर जो seasoned investors है, they will not see good value in these. Because the rest of the market, कोई भी आप industry ले लो, there are companies which are probably bigger in terms of their scale, not in terms of just the number value. मैं यहाँ पे कह दूं, okay, let's say ये हमारा 28 मिनट का, let's say this 28-minute live stream recording, I price it at $10 million. Okay, I say that this 28-minute recording of mine is worth $10 million. मैंने वैल्यूएशन तो डाल दिया. मान लेते हैं आई फाइंड सम बकरा आल्सो, आई टेल हिम कि भाई तू खरीद ले एक बार, सो एटलीस्ट दैट ट्रांजैक्शन हैपेंस. देन माय 28-minute live stream recording is worth 10 million. But there are so many other live stream recordings that are, let's say, available at $100, $500. Compared to those, this will seem like a disproportionate value proposition. So that is what will end up happening. So I feel this is not a very good example, but still it should hopefully get the point across. So yeah, मेरा view वो है. Apollo Tires. Apollo Tires will be the last stock for today. Apollo Tire. Yeah, doing well. Good pick. 6% up today. Obviously 6% जब ऊपर है all time high पे, if you are an all time high investor, if you only like to pick stocks that are at highs, this is a good time to enter, because it's at an all time high. There is a chance कि ये और जाएगा 10-15%, but yeah, it's not really a place where I would typically enter. मेरा ideal entry कौन से levels पे हो सकता है, यहाँ पे, even यहाँ पे, क्योंकि ये तीन जो zones है, ये है 500 EMA, ये है 200 MA SMA, this is 50 SMA. So these levels, what they do is that they give us a good indication कि भाव में uptick कब आ रहा है, and with that uptick it also reduces the risk and increases the reward. So that's why. But yeah, Nifty has closed at a good level, precisely at 18,000.2. So देखते हैं कैसे जाता है. This is where it's closed, 17,999.8, यहाँ पे 18,000.2. Bank Nifty closing at 42,619.25. Both the indices are negative. Banks a little bit more negative thanks to HDFC and a few of the thanks to ICICI Bank and a few of the others. So देखते हैं how things go. And yeah, I think that was about it in terms of what was planned. So yeah, I hope you found good value in today's live stream. Please let me know कोई questions है तो I'll be happy to help you with them. Otherwise, we can call it an afternoon. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. First live stream of 2023. I hope you have an amazing year ahead, and I will see you in the next one on Tuesday. By the way, just so we all know, I hope आप लोग मेरी YouTube channel को भी subscribed हो. I just sent the link to you right now, and I hope you are following me on Creator also. क्योंकि क्रिएटर पे if you are following me you will get notified in whenever I make a live stream. और उससे क्या होगा, in case I'm doing an unscheduled live जो मेरे को मैं last time करने वाला था last week, then you will be notified, then you will be able to attend, अच्छे से हम लोग बात कर पाएंगे. Maybe there are fewer people so we might be able to have a good conversation as well. But yeah, make sure you are sort of following me on Creator and you're subscribed on YouTube. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Take care. Happy trading, happy analysis. Have a great afternoon ahead. Thank you.